Abusua micha na mo akwaba sonko so we fa we mra ye be media GH so abusua ye da so ejina eye Wøntumi camp na yewura eye the running mate for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Machopoku Prempe, Napo, the 2024 elections, Ababonten. Now, Obabonten, some 12 for Bissan and Samba Kumi, ready for a year. Wøntumi near air cross between Wøntumi and Yoko and the national security. Now, Napo adding Sembi at the two journal. This answer no the two journal idea. Kevin Akobadu Taylor of Loud Silence TV, Ababonten. No, just say, Ababe can't near Napo, a can't edify a year Wøntumi. Abusia na just say wafaso abiebie nsem just why yi nsem e de agu ha e da so ye be media GH say enane de connect channel so a be so say obeje mre no ahwe video sim bi a wo de wa subscribe wa like na wa bo aso ahya ma for pensem bi etie no anya bi etie na ma read so be click on the notification bell no for more political updates abusia yentie nsem a napo ade atudwa enene a eye Kevin Akobadu Taylor of Loud Silence TV also ade atudwa na sesia.
Musa Napo say, Chairman Wøntumi na ya frɛ no odwene ho sen munche de Napo kan Napo de no kan
Chairman Wøntumi was at the police headquarters yesterday. Have you read it? Have you seen what happened in his home on Friday?
I wasn't here when it happened, but I've seen yesterday on some of the portals that Chairman Wøntumi was impeccably dressed, went to the police headquarters. I hear he was being cautioned and he'll find his way in court. When you are in a public space or you are contracting on behalf of the state, you have to make sure that at any time, when you are called to account, you do your best. Forget about the propaganda and the noise around. You have to get yourself ready for accountability every time.
Yes.
The police headquarters, I hear he was being cautioned and he'll find his way in court. When you are in a public space or you are contracting on behalf of the state, you have to make sure that at any time, when you are called to account, you do your best. Forget about the propaganda and the noise around. You have to get yourself ready for accountability every time.
Chairman Wøntumi was at the police headquarters.
Asama PZ4 Asante4 mona mudi matempa we de hye waka ne brofo mia ekoya na mesa bedwudwom yebusa Napo se mo chairman Wøntumi and the police for amoa no em ye say o meyi nsem ya no ma yamoa na hye mo se ho chairman Wøntumi me hu se wa address pa na ewiase de the moment a oni abiding sa woso e wo se wo ya wa adwene se wa ye ready se imre bi abeto nsa afro so wabokoro no bi obeyi ano wati asema Napo ka kire no o say so woni abiding sa woso anyway bia woni aban edin sa woso bia no on de o ka Chairman Wøntumi se sebio ye tete abetie no na ne cha no no ena sebio otwe ankwa ne wonam de ekọ enti o se o ka Chairman Wøntumi se ombre no wase na woni abiding sa woso nko ade o se na nka wo ye wa adwene se dan ya betija enti na nka o se de bia no boa wo ho o ka kire ne se munja no no mre every say ono nko na di sika no nyansa kasa na ono mo ka no wo oba why wonim say case 5 ayetia nchen Napo say mon kan Chairman Wøntumi say wo nko awudi a wo nko awone agwa baba da betebe agwa betebe pia Napo brofo kan ni nyame body tofa o say wo nko wudi wo nko wone enti sa woni aban edin sa woso a e wo sa o kai se o yofo nsa no da chi ye bebusa wo sa wo nsa no wen enti Napo se mo amudi na giri mo agimi na time na o buru sika na o dwiri asase no na o di sika di contract na nkwasiafo bo wen abonike dope MPP for amoye demonstration adwimi e sure say mo tie me muni ma brand we the one first say nice guy, very nice guy odu girl che obebre fucking we juma kese extra munim no now a presidential staffer I year of return your friend Jake Bediako munim no nice guy kwasi afom hu fi mu demonstration we mu na no mo sign omukuta omu run system no we hu no demonstration as that kwasi why we use case 5 ayo bobo joba Wøntumi ye de mo beji to me sa ye mo se moa we your friend Jake Bediako no a presidential staffer we hu ne da wo ba we a wo kasa wo num tutuo se kokuo no obeka say hey woman please can you step back sana be ka kire I say odum bon we mu no omo fragrance ni papa o we mu no mo yadwuma or your presidential staffer year of return Jake Bedi akonie kwasiafo bugu abontina mo ndaye we wada baba ni jantra fo mi ansa di ni nchen he's slanging so about wedding no be say man say woman stay back please stay back ohonka unimu no odo kwasi aye demonstration ma cheba Wøntumi presidential staffer wo hunu da apike mamo me de medjuma no samo ko kromo na wo beku ate papa samo ko kromo na wo beku ate e bi cancel samo ko kromo na wo beku ate Kevin Taylor you cannot come to Ghana Kevin Taylor ko kromo na wo beku ate Kevin ko kromo na wo beku ate pimpinta de pam dim akora wiswa when you and talk about national issues very very important national issues now issue amanfo nyina eka ho asem is got to do with the Ghana embassy in Washington DC. And as you can see, last week we spoke extensively about Ghana embassy in Washington DC, dear AC Woho. Now, I just want to set this straight. When we come here and we discuss issues that affect Ghana, and I'm talking about this platform is for national issues. We don't do petty stories. No, we don't do petty issues. We will deal with issues that build a nation. We want to fix this nation. That is the main focus. And you see respectable people, doctors in Penifo, everyone is glued here to watch this platform because the news ankasa the the ama dollar na form the ama nipa yefa amanfo adwuma the ama yebeye kwan the ama cocoa board and the yemu se amanfo di adwuma ye correct the ama Ghana for enya arehemu e Bank of Ghana mu. Those are the very important things that we discuss here. Into your Ghana now, your focus should be on how you can have a conversation to change the destiny of this nation. And as we can see, say this president, this government, slowly they're resetting now. They are really resetting. And you can see clearly, say Ghanaians are feeling the good works of John Mahama and the NDC. And this is how a government should be. This is how a government should serve its people. The people are supposed to vote and later be confident about the voting they did or the voting they took part in. But you will say, nipe bi or Ghana to say MPP for what they are seeing. They don't know what to do. All that they want to do is to distract you. Unnecessary things, banter. No, it's not going to change anything. Our focus should be on the national issue. Boga bi akofa nyoma otiemi because opeso ohu de ekọ we hu se ate nyoma so boga bi ti abrochira se bi wabo bra opeso de nyoma ba Ghana obebo adwuma ebebo ne bra we hu se and the dollar no ekọ form. Those are the people who want to be doing what, who want to be listening to this platform. And I really want Ghanaians to focus and look at the real thing. Jandam is dead. No amount of distraction can take our eye off the ball. Our eye is on the ball, and the reason why our eye is on the ball is to make sure, say, the young Ghanaian who is unemployed, the fight against corruption, the fight against illegal mining, and yet to bring Ghana back to its senses. And I'm saying, say, to bring Ghana back to where we all will be happy to live in a country where young people will get jobs. The people who have invested their money in the country, at the end of the day, between the government partnership with private sector, people's businesses will gel again. People should start smiling because a government has come that is looking at the needs of the people. So there's a difference between people doing sensationalism and trying to distract, and there's a difference between what we do. What we do is we deal with national issues. The national issues now we deal with, and I say Ghana for over 1.8 million. Those are the issues we are still dealing with. Do not take your eye off the ball, because right now, you need to also understand, be abreast of the issues. Ghana, make sure say the echoes to be on what you say. Make sure say atro and to be. You see, atro say crew, atro enema obi te se Kufuor benya president die atro enema obi te se ba omi benya vice president atro na the MPP ba power no kre ene the MPP akọ position. When we stick to the truth, the NDC will help Ghana, the NDC will stay in power for long. So this is very important.
Yo jumadie no guso etwagu mesnim se o hwe jumadie no na obo adiawura okujato ene Washington DC ensensem no odensem bebre atuje bepese obekọ na akwakote but subscribe, like jumadie and share and ma for friends when san can be kindly click on the notification bell no so yanko ni ko jinchemu.
Now say your stories be about Ghana for indwuma e wabrochire any idea any personal and the entire will be all that we want to do is we want to better the system. We want you living in America, living in the UK, living in Germany, living in any part of Europe or Asia. Say, oh, Ghana embassy around you are. You feel happy and proud to be a Ghanaian. Because broche and now quantum na bibi toa, your first point of contact your embassy. Now say uni areshimo embassy na say GDA wo embassy e former ayana abrochi na wotene krampo no won hyeda enye den enhyeda enhu hu ano and we are Ghana in America na onye American citizen at the same now onye American citizen na was I Ghana in the same what happens in say asam towa na we need to aka wunsem inti as a Ghanaian no these kind of things are very important. You need to be following the news, following these kind of things because no and now, while we are Ghana in America, only American citizen, no, the embassy is your only last stop to protect you in this country. And do not underestimate it when embassies issue ba na amount for church and semuna no krebe. Don't underestimate. Don't go and listen to nonsense. Listen to what will save you. Yeah, man, 65, 70 they want to know what is happening. Person who they call Ghana. Person who says person who retire na. Person who you see hospital. That is our job here. Our job here is to educate, inform the Ghanaian who is in Ghana, also outside Ghana. And what we do is we bridge the gap between a fear for any abrochire for. Into a dear abrochire for no any move, you know, ne ya inform you mo, near be many. Na adia efie for no enim no abrochire no then we educate them on it into obi how otifie otigana nani ate onimdia kwaso abrochire chen obi a ote abrochire. That is the job we are doing. We are bridging this. There's a gap, a vacuum be da a ignorance vacuum, and it is not our fault. A nipa bi ne create ye so ote abrochire men dwene Ghana ho so ote Ghana men dwene abrochire the nipa awa abrochire ho no. We are bridging that gap. We are making Ghanaians more aware. We are making Ghanaians more patriotic. We are making Ghanaians more of Ghanaian to understand and say omukro munyamano very important to them. And now what happened is today we woke up to a very wonderful news. And as usual, the wonderful news no ebeba na NDC time because you say MPP the wonderful news in your NDC the MPP sorry no. Thank you, sir. I will get in touch with you. Yes, thank you. MPP for the best dynamic mail on Jaren and the Tunsons. I know about Tonyum Noko. MPP at the Bachelor Kufa no Numi. MPP at the Bachelor Baumia Chantro. NDC Aban Papa at the Bachibiano. Good news. Now, this is one interesting news that people are giving. Oh, Kevin Taylor, you said it. Don't give the credit to me. Let's give credit to each other for staying on this platform, listening to the truth, and sharing the truth. So I will never sit here and take a credit for this story, or take credit, or let my team take the credit and say, oh, Kevin Taylor, you spoke on this matter. And the Ghana for Wabridge, New York, a UK for because no, I'm not going to take credit for this. My team, they are not going to take credit for this. We are all going to take credit because at the end of the day, enemy, we being focused, listening to the fact, sharing the fact for the minister to hear, no, and then the changes number. Jandam is dead. And the reason why the MPP they are struggling is because their lies is not building anything for them. It's not yielding. It cannot cut through the truth. Into the NPP are struggling. Now, this is the news that we're talking about. Mr. P, Mr. S, stay with me, team. A major scandal has rocked Ghana's embassy in Washington, D.C., following revelations of an elaborate visa and passport fraud scheme allegedly orchestrated by embassy staff. The expose, spearheaded by a special audit team commissioned by Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, with the backing of President John Dramani Mahama, has prompted swift and sweeping disciplinary actions. Now you're sorry, say Ghana Embassy asama ye can for almost 3 years. I remember before election 2024, before election 2020, I sat on this platform. I tried to make this message go down to NPP. Mekachom say the illegality happening or illegalities happening at the Ghana Embassy in Washington DC and the consulate in New York, it was crazy. It was on this same platform. And I'm afraid Lady Bia me interview Nekache and say, a man for passport there are some people doing business. A man for data and the woman spoke on my show. She tried to do what? Tell us to say yemum and ye jandam. Yemum and ye boko propaganda. Yen yempe MPP are buying. And a buying papa buyer. John Mahama akache ukujata black say investigations into the embassy activities. Now the abeto janina say okujato ablakwa or ye dien or ye ambassador no sorry or ye minister or foreign affairs issues no. On my audit team, FBA investigations at Ghana Embassy or Washington DC Hamete. Now the result is clear. Yabewu Jima Ekoso, fraud Ekoso, amount for data we are handing over to people. People working at the embassy, Sebio Omuji Embassy, amount for passport and their kotunko for fee. People using the embassy to front their own personal business. I am a witness to that. So I sat here and I said I was never going to stop talking about this matter because there are millions of Ghanaians in Ghana. This is a big problem to them. And millions of Ghanaians in America. A big problem. Can you imagine, say, Obuha to West Coast? We are in the East Coast. Flying from DC to California takes you between 5 and 5 hours. And it's Ghana to London. Now, when you make that trip, Ghana Embassy go DC to make a child say, I was so free California. Now offer plane. Now oba ebe check it on your passport. Now oba say o results in way nya. You have to do what? You have to go back to California. Do you know what the distance you're talking about? But all these things were happening. So they were frustrating people, they were taking money, and my concern was that there were some people at the embassy. Some had worked there over 17 years, 22 years. What are you doing there? The moment you allow people to work in a particular environment for over 2, 3, 4, 5 years, those people become corruption. They turn into corruption because then they become too comfortable. Then they start to liaise with people outside because now they know the loopholes. And none a see or Ghana Embassy. Some people made billions out of our ignorance, out of our deliberate action, out of politics at MPPA. They decided to allow some people to run the embassy as their own business. And the minister released a statement to say, after the audit, Omabehu said, Jima Eko Sunebin Sida. Intiminoka say, the minister, the instructions the president has given him, and they say, the embassy in Washington, D.C., it should be shut down temporarily. Now, almost looking for the solution to the problem. I told the minister the last time, the solution to this problem is for him to sack 99% of the people there. Or else, the ambassador for Obebano, who I don't know, that ambassador will never succeed. Say, one pamon workers no more. And God being so good, they have listened. So far, from what we know, the embassy has been shut down. The minister is saying, say, Obia Sari apply. They need to check the background of every single person. In fact, Papa no odi anima sa krono no ekoso. Today, the minister is saying, say, they want to transfer his docket to the Attorney General in Ghana for him to face prosecution. Let me tell you, there are so many people and I am also going to tell the Foreign Affairs Minister, if there's any way that people here who are American citizens, Ghana who were involved in this scam or this scandal or this fraud, they should be prosecuted here and they should serve jail time. Mr. Minister, I have a lot of information I want to give you. There are people I can give you their information who were part of this scam. They have been part